Hi, everyone, and welcome to this Tuesday London session with your host, Dre Day FX. So, as we all do every Thursday, Thursday is we look at the market to see exactly if we have any setups based on our Enigma AI system that we have with Elevated FX. So we're just gonna review if we have any setups here. We're gonna look at them, and if not, we're gonna look at previous setups that we have here overall for the week. And if you have any questions, we're gonna look into it. So just bear with me. I'm just gonna set up all my stuff here for you guys, and we're gonna start in a couple minutes. So we should be starting about 3 to 4 minutes here. Uh, so stay tuned. We're gonna look at everything all together here. If you just arrived, welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're gonna start in a couple of minutes. So I'm just gonna make sure that everyone has the link to start. All right, guys, so we're going to start in a couple of minutes, maybe in 1 minute, less than 1 minute. So, welcome. All right, guys, so we're going to start in a couple of minutes, maybe in All right, perfect. That was a little bit feedback, but it should be good now. Just type the number 1 if you could hear me. So make sure that everything is good here. And we're going to start. All right, perfect. So let's start. I'm just going to share my screen. Perfect. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to. So overall, I hope that everyone had a great week here of trading. Perfect. So we should be good now. Perfect. Okay, great. So as we all do every Thursday, is that we look at the market and see exactly if we have any setups here for our Enigma's AI system that we offer at EFX. If you're not an actual member, make sure to click on the link below and create your free account so you could first see exactly what we offer, and then you could upgrade your package here whenever you like. But what we're going to do here is we're going to show you exactly first how the system works and how you do take the trade based on the alerts, aka the actual trade ideas that are sent out. And then I'll show you exactly the process that I do on each trade to see if it makes sense to take it or not, and actually see the actual patterns here with the Enigma AI system. And overall, if you have any questions, just drop it in the chat. I'll be able to answer them. And if you have any pairs that we want to look at specifically, just drop it in the chat too, and I'll be glad to look at it with you. Perfect. So let's go back here on this week's setups. Let's see. So the week started on the 20th here. I'm just going to double check. Sometimes when you're working from home and you're doing all that stuff, you don't know exactly which date it is. So yes, so the 20th. So let's go back on the 20th. Perfect. So we had the first setup here that we had was GBPUSD. Currently, there's no setups here that was sent out here at 3. So that's why I'm reviewing the previous ones. So we said GBPUSD. Okay. Go back. I was on the 15 minutes, so it's 1 hour. There you go. Perfect. Okay. So this is the if it's the first time that you're seeing this, this is the actual Anima AI system. So basically, it scans the market for you and give you exactly optimal entries based on the market movement. And basically, what you have instead of like taking the time and charting and all that stuff, you're able just to wait for the actual trade idea and make a decision exactly on if you're taking the trade or not, based on market structure and based on overall movement here in the market. Okay, so I'm just gonna remove that. Remove all drawings. Perfect. Okay. So I always do, since we're doing a review of trades, I'm just going to show you the actual replay of that actual setup. And we should be pushing out a new version of the Enigma AI system, because sometimes when you do a replay or when the actual alert comes in on your chart, sometimes it's not going to show the actual entry price and everything like that. Basically, it's like repenting on the chart. So we are resolving that overall. So personally, I'm the software manager here with EFX. So I make sure that all the software makes sense and it works properly. And right now we're doing some updates here regarding that. So if you're an existing client here and you have that, you're seeing that issue, it should be resolved here in the next couple of weeks. But right now, even though you're not seeing the patterns on your chart, you should be able to analyze the trade without seeing the actual print on your screen, right? Me personally, I do not like. I'm only waiting for the trade ideas indication, the actual alert. Okay, I'm not even looking at the charts to see exactly if the Enigma AI system printed or not. Okay, so based on my experience, I know exactly, okay, if it makes sense, let's say here it's going down, is it going to retest? If it's a buy, if it's going to retest this area or trying to fill this area here. And you could go back on the higher time frame to see exactly, okay, where are we in the market, and see exactly if the market is going overall in a bullish trend or a bearish trend. Okay, so let's start the replay. Okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna slow it down a little bit, but you already saw the pattern here. So this is the Enigma AI system. Okay, so at the close of this candle, okay, so if we go back, fortunately we don't have the time here, but that trade came out at 4 a.m. Okay, so basically it was it at 4 a.m.? It was at midnight. Sorry about that, guys. it was at 11 a.m. Okay, so when, no, sorry about that. So that was at midnight. So this candle, okay, let's close it out and do it again. Okay, perfect. So the 11, so basically the signal came in at midnight. Why? Because the 11 a.m. Candle has to close, okay? And that candle closed, and then it's gonna give you an entry price on the next candle, on the next hour. So that will be at midnight. So if we continue the replay, perfect. So that candle gives you an entry price, right? So you have to make a decision if, let's say, you want to do a market execution trade or you do a pending order trade, okay? Because sometimes the trade will the candle will open above the entry price. So what you want to make sure is that the price goes in your favor. So as a market as a pending order to have the optimal entry price. Okay, so if you do like a market execution, you're gonna be like in drawdown in the get go, depending exactly on the pair and the market structure. But you would have to decide exactly what you want to do. Okay, me personally, I do sometime market execution because I know that this price will not go back to that entry price idea. And sometimes I do pending order because I know that it's gonna go back to an area specifically and then shoot up, or vice versa. Okay, so let's continue with this replay. So as you can see, this uh, this signal here, it came back to that entry price, okay, and he activated your pending order for a buy limit, okay, and the limit orders are only buy or sell limits, not buy stop or sell stop. So we recommend to have buy limits or sell limits here. So for this example here, it's a buy limit. So it activated your buy limit, and let's speed it up a little bit and see where we're at here. So right there, it went to TP1. Okay. I personally, when it hits TP1 on my end, personally, I take maybe at least half of my position off. Okay. And I let the rest go right to maybe TP2 or TP3, depending. Okay. So that if it hits at least TP1 here, I consider the trade idea as a winner, regardless. Okay, regardless if it goes back to your entry price or go back to stop loss or not. Okay, so here went to TP2. Okay, so that's basically the yeah. So that's basically the next day. So you would have to write it out all day or at least 24 hours, and would it hit TP2 here? So let's speed it up. So right there, it would have taken you out or depending exactly if you trail your trade, you at least back to break even here, and you would have taken out at least a portion of your position here. So me, it would be 50% and then another 25% here if it hit that area, and then I make sure that my trading stop, it's here. Okay, so I would be out of the market right here and not have my full position here and not taking out anything, and I would have lost here. Okay, so that's really the difference here, guys. So this is how you secure your account and make sure you're not in big drawdown. Okay, so at least my drawdown will be only at that point, and since then it went up, 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 up. TP2 hit, and then it would have stopped me out right here. Sorry, right here on this candle. Okay. So I hope that the explanation was good for you guys. Make sure type the number 2 if you understood what I just explained, and if you have any questions. If not, we're just gonna review other signals here. All right, perfect. So let's close it out. So that was the first signal here. Okay, so the question is, am I streaming any other platform? I do personally. I stream on YouTube. Okay, so you depending exactly on which YouTube account that you have here. We have the Elevated FX YouTube channel, and I have my personal YouTube channel here that is Ready FX, and we do stream internally here within our Elevated FX platform specifically. We have trainings and everything like that. So if you're not a member yet, make sure to join in with the FX Mastery package. We have educators with the tools that I'm showing you right now, and other tools that we do use to execute in the market. And on top of that, we have our Twitch account that is Elevated FX, and mine Twitch account here. That's been a while that I'm not posting on that, but I'll come back to it eventually. Got a lot of stuff doing going in the background, especially I was optimizing the products here for you guys. So when everything will be done, I will be able to do some live streams here. So I have the live session that we have on every Thursday, and eventually we're going to have other live sessions here, maybe New York sessions, even Asian session eventually. Okay, so that's really the options that we have here. Hope that helps with your question. So that's that. Perfect. Okay. So let's look at the next one. And we do, it's been a week or so that I added the signals here for the trade idea, specifically for indices. So you should see gold setups, and all of these setups that I'm showing you guys, those are 1 hour setups. But you have the option on your end when you get the Enigma AI system to set up signals on the lower time frame, basically the 30-minute. So you have the option to go on 1 hour or the 30-minute, and so that way you're going to have maybe even more signals that what you have here on H1. But all of our setups here are H1s here that I send out on the FX setup channel here, that when you have the FX discovery package, at least. Okay. So you have indices, you also have gold, you have US 30, S&P 500, you have the German 40, and the Nasdaq 100. Okay, so so you may see some setups like that. Okay. What is my game scalping position? The game scalp. What do you mean game scalping? So, do I scalp the market, or what type of trader am I? Or that's your question? So, in the meanwhile, I'll just look at the US 30 for sell. And the feed that we're using is the Owenda feed. So you don't need to have an actual Owenda account. It's only the feed that we're using for the setups here. So if you're using you're trading on a different type of broker, it's still gonna work. It's only for the charting purposes that we're using Awanda, but maybe the price will be a little bit different, more or less, but it's still gonna work. So let's look at the US 30. I'm just gonna close that. Okay, yeah. So what type of trader am I? Okay. It depends on what the market gives me. Okay. It could be a vague answer, but it's not. So it depends exactly, because you have, I'm just going to give an example here. You could have a setup like that. Okay. Those are the type of setups that I like. Those are swing setups. Okay. So when we're in the market, and the market is going from bullish to bearish, or bearish to bullish, those are the type of market that I like to trade. Okay, because this setup means that we're trending in an upward movement based on the previous movement here in the market. Okay, so if I see that type of candle engulfing a last bearish candle, I know that the market is moving in the upside. Okay. And as you could see, it went up. That was news. There was news. And the news will fake you out one way and another. And as you could see, it's a higher volatile indices I'm showing you guys. But even though it went up, it went down, and then it went back up, the overall sentiment was an uptrend. So I'm waiting for my entry and take the trade on the direction of what I'm seeing. Same thing here, going down, taking a trade down. Okay, so I could scalp the market by going on the lower time frame. I could even go on low time as a 5-minute chart to get in the market and trade, or I just leave it at H1 and I just write it out. Okay, but like I said, it depends exactly on what the market gives you, because those type of setups like this, that's exactly what I'm showing you guys. This is a swing going down, because this is a bearish candle after a movement up. Okay, same thing here. That's a nice setup for a sell. Same thing. That's a swing going down. That's a swing going down. Another swing going down. That's another swing here. That's another pattern here going up. So I would enter the market at that price, because I want to make sure that the upward candles are going higher than the previous last bearish candle. Okay, so that's really a trick that I could give you guys to look for, and especially here, that was a swing down. Then Enigma give you an alert for sell, so I would have taken that trade easily without any pressure going down. Okay, because it convert the swing that I was looking for. Okay, so I hope that answer your question. So where am I a trader? Before I was a scalper only, and then I was a swing trader. But now I'm like both. It depends on what the market goes. It gives me. I could do a swing trade going on the upside, and then I would scalp the market going up. And you could do the same here. But yeah, that's the gist of it. So let's look at the US 30 setup. It was for a sell. So let's do a replay. And let's analyze this setup here together. So let's go on this candle and see if we have taken that trade. So just gonna speed it up a little bit more. Okay, so we're not gonna see the like what I was saying at the beginning, is that we're doing an update here on the Enigma AI system. So sometimes you're not gonna see it on the replay, but on the actual chart you're gonna see it. Vice versa. So we're in the process of fixing that little issue, but overall it's working here. So let's analyze that together. So I'm just gonna put a line here, so we're gonna know exactly what price we're looking at. So this is the candle that give you the entry price. So you would have entered on the next candle, on this one. Okay, and that was a setup for a sell. And based on, I'm just gonna put that line here. Based on the actual structure in the market, personally, I wouldn't have taken it for a sell. The reason why is basically what I was showing you guys a little bit earlier, is where we're at in the market and which candle pattern that we have. Okay, so here we had there was a swing to the low, and then that did a lower high. Okay, so that was the lower low here, right here. So it went like this. Just gonna put some. Let's see. So we had this, 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 and this. Okay. So by seeing this candle here engulfing the last low, the last bearish candle, those two candles in total engulfing this candle. Okay. So this is an expectation that the market is trending on the upside, going up. So when I see this candle here close above the last bearish candle, I'm expecting to go higher. Okay. So if I saw that setup, I would have taken it for a sell. And as you could see, it only went to TP1. You may have be able to get in on a sell, but not for long. I'm just gonna go back here. Where is our something like 20th? Would you have taken that sell? Maybe, but it didn't went that far, and then just shoot up. So depending exactly on the time frame that you're going to be trading on, it could be a good setup to take. But if you're only looking at the H1, okay, oops, just gonna do that. Perfect. So if you go only on the H1 and you're expecting to go really lower than that price, it would make sense to take the trade. Okay, but if you're scalping, you would have won the scalp. Okay, so that's exactly what I was saying before, is that it depends exactly on what the market gives you, if you're a scalper or a swing trader. But on that setup for a swing, it wouldn't make sense. But if you're taking it for a scalp, you would have to scalp it and make profit. Okay, so hope that makes sense for everyone. Type the number 3 if you understood and you're clear on what I'm saying. And I was just going to look at another setup here. So we have CAD, JPY. So CADJPY, that was still on that was on 20 still, yes. So CADJPY, we had it as a sell. So this is the setup here. Okay. And another thing, if you're not aware, I'm a COT expert here. So I basically what I do is that I look at the commitment of traders to make a decision on which pair to look for the week, and they give me a little bit of edge in the market of what I'm looking for, and based on the raw data of the community of traders, I make sure that the trade that I'm taking is in alignment with that. And when you have the FX Discovery package, you're gonna have access to my COT weekly updates. Okay, I'm just gonna click on it. So basically, I give you the pairs that I'm looking for the week based on the community of traders. So I'm not looking at the actual bias, like if it's a buy or sell overall. I'm just looking to see exactly which pair are moving the most, and this is the pair that I'm looking to trade for. Because in the market, you need to have volume to be able to get profit in an overall, right? So you don't want to be in a stagnant market, like in consolidation for all the week. So that's why I only focus on those pairs here. Okay, and in depth, if you're in the mastery package, I'll give you actually the rundown of what I'm trying to look on the raw data, and how do I trade that data here based on market conditions. Okay, so if we go back on that CADJPY, perfect. So we're expecting for a sell here based on the Enigma setup. So here, so the setup triggered here at 4. Okay, so we have to wait until this candle closes, and that was expecting for a sell. But as you can see, it went higher and higher here. Okay, so that was an actual loss. Okay, but if we do a replay, hopefully it's gonna show. Okay, yes. So here, and I'll show you exactly an added feature that we added recently for on the Enigma AI system that would help you out on the trend purposes. So we had as you can see, you see a fusion. So this is an actual trend filter that'll give you exactly the trend, the overall trend in the market. So you could do a decision here of taking for the trade idea that is sent out with Enigma or not. Okay, so if you add the fusion on, so sometimes it's not going to show you the setup. Okay, so if it doesn't correlate with the fusion, so let's say you have a buy setup and the fusion is showing bearish, and diffusion is filtering the signal, you're not going to see the actual setup on your chart. That means that fusion is telling you not taking the trade based on the overall trend. Okay, but you could make a decision of taking it maybe for a lower time expectancy for the trade, but that's your decision on that. Or you're just not taking the trade at all and just wait for the next setup. Okay. So me, I always trade with the trend. So let's pause it here. So here the trend, the fusion was on, it's showing for a downtrend, and it give you a setup for a sell. Okay. But like I said, do you only take a decision on what Fusion says and Enigma says? No. You have to be able to look at the market structure to make a decision on if you're taking the trade for sell or not. Okay. But here, that's another setup I wouldn't take. Why? and I will explain you why, is based on the market structure of where we're at here. Okay. So I always look at the candle, and I'm looking to see if there's any imbalance here in the market. And this candle, when it closed, it gave us a big wick. It indicated that they took out some liquidity here that was here, because there was liquidity here and here. Okay, so it's basically you have to consider that as a support or resistance. At the beginning, when I was trading, started trading, I was only trading support or resistance setups. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But if you add everything all together, you're gonna see that it makes sense to use the support or resistance. So the market went up here, touches a resistance line, and then back for a support. Then went back here. That was an imbalance. So it filled up the imbalance and then went back down here. Why did it went back down here? Because there was a last the last bearish candle was here before that movement, and it had to fill the orders that were still going down to do a final push going back up. Okay, so that was basically the last push back down before the up movement. And as you could see, if we continue the replay, and then went back down. Okay, it started to move up, fill that liquidity, and then went straight up. Okay, so this is why for this setup, it was in alignment with the fusion and the market movement overall, but that was the last push down. Okay, so sometimes you're gonna receive some signals setups here going down like that, and you gotta make sure that where you're at in the market to execute. Okay, so let's continue. I'm just gonna go real fast with the other signals here. So at AUDUSD, AUDUSD, we have it as a buy. So GBPUSD, so that's a winner. So now we're gonna do a replay on this one. So we're still going up here overall for basically the last couple of weeks. So we're still bullish, and we're still continuing the trend. So that was a good setup for a bullish run. So this one hit TP3. If you see on that candle, it hit TP3. Never went to your stop loss. Hit TP1 right here. Going back down. TP3 smash. Perfect. So a good setup here. So we have, I'm just going to look at the other setups here on this one because we're only on it. So there was another setup for a buy and went to TP3 after 2 hours. And it was still a bullish movement. And we're still bullish here until today. Now it's going to trend down. You see here, this is news. and the news is pushing the price down. So we should be expecting a continuation movement going down, and the future will eventually go bearish here. So if you have any setups here coming in afterwards, it would be good to take them in the same direction of the market. So we're gonna go on NAS 100. NAS 100. And there you go. So we had it as a buy. Okay, so we had it as a buy here. So went up and back down, then basically smash TP3 right here. Okay, it was still bullish here. So it was a good setup to take. So bullish on Fusion. And if we look at the market, it was going up. And if you want to know, if you want to make sure that you're in the right direction in the market, make sure to go on a higher time. You could go on the 4-hour chart, or even on the daily, to see exactly where we're at. So if we go on the daily, let's see. On the daily, so see, it went down here, and then it's filling up this imbalance. That was an imbalance in the market right there. Okay, so and on Friday, it closed bullish. Then on Monday, traded a little bit down and then continue up. So, and even on Tuesday, same thing. And then on Wednesday, it kind of reversed a little bit. So that's why you make sure that you go on the whole higher time frame, even on H4. H4 20th. See, still going up. So made sense to take that trade here on the upside. Okay, so that's a winner. Let's look at the, okay, that's perfect. AUDUSD. Okay, right here we have a setup that's gonna be starting to be created here. So if we should be expecting a signal at 4. So in about 5 minutes, we're going to see that setup here in a couple of minutes. So if you're seeing this setup right now as a free member, that's a free signal right there for you guys. So we'll see exactly what which price it's gonna give you, and you're gonna make a decision if you want to take it or not. Okay, but we're gonna look at it was a sell, right? No, it was a buy on the 21st. Okay, so here you're not seeing anything because 21st, yes. Right now I have to do a replay and make sure sometime, like I said, there's a little repainting issue here on that version. So we're going to do an update here maybe over the weekend. I have to do a decision on that, but it should fix this issue. So right now it was giving you a buy in the seller's market. Okay, so that's the reason why you're not seeing it. I'll put the fusion off so you could see, maybe put it off. No, Still no setup here. Okay. So that was the repeating issue that I'm talking about. So, but even though you're not, like I said, even though you're not seeing the actual setup on your chart, you should be able to look at the market condition to see exactly if it makes sense to take it for a buy when you see that it's trying to fill up this imbalance and pushing the price down to that region. Okay. Or even here. So that was a loser, and I personally I wouldn't have taken it at all. So just go on the next setup. So now we have GR30. So German 30, or it's right now it's German 40. Updated German 40, but let's see. So that was a buy on the 21st. So here, that was a buy, but it only went to TP1 and then went back down. But as you could see, that was a reversal pattern right here. So, but you still have one that trade here, and that was really like a setup that only exhausted like a little bit more. So let's see. Next, we have Euro JPY. Yeah, so we're gonna look at Euro JPY, and then we're gonna wait maybe less than 2 minutes here to see exactly if we have any setups. Euro JPY, we have it. Euro JPY for a buy on the 21st. Right there, made sense to take it. Fusion was bullish. If I did replay, it was still bullish here, and it's giving you a buy. Just have to take the trade in the same direction. Hit TP3 right there, and you're gonna see the other setups here that was sent out. But I'm not gonna review all of them, but you get the gist of it overall. So the current hour candle is closing. So we're gonna see if we have. All right, thanks, bro. If I catch any sales on GJ, not really yet. This week I didn't trade a lot. Only traded like maybe Tuesday only, because I was making sure that the system is working and doing some back tests on my end with other products too. But yeah, the GJ was pretty good here overall. So okay, let's see. Okay, so we have a few setups here. This is a free bonus for you guys. So I'm showing you the setups that are currently, and like I said, we're looking at AUDUSD. I told you that it should be giving you a setup for sell. This is the sell setup, so I'm giving you some freebies right now. So German, we have some news right now. We have AUDJPY and the DJPY right here. Okay, so let's go back on the USD, AUD USD. There you go. So that's exactly what I was showing you guys. We have to wait until this candle close, and then it's going to give you the trade idea. So you're going to have the entry, the stop loss, and the TP zones. So you have to decide if you want to put it pending order here for a sell, or you take market execution for a sell. if you're expecting the price not going at that region, and going on the chart and see exactly which zone makes sense to take for a sell. But that is your decision on that. Perfect. So this is the end of this session. So hopefully you guys liked all the information I gave you. And if you're not a member yet, make sure to upgrade your account. Or if you didn't have the account with Elevated FX or free account, just to see exactly where we're at, what we're doing, and exactly the information that we're providing you, all the value overall. Make sure to create your free account, and then you could decide exactly if it makes sense for you or not to join EFX, and if that's a good system here for you to use in conjunction with your own trading style. Okay. So on that note, I wish you a wonderful day, and talk to you next Thursday, Thursday, for another London session here with Trading FX. So talk to you soon.